Hi. Now, in this particular video, we will give a look to the forms. So here we have Web Forms 2.0. When I say 2.0, that means definitely it's going to have something new. So basically, whichever form you are going to create here, we already know how to create the form elements using HTML, alright? So here, when we will talk about HTML5 Web Forms 2.0, that means it is going to give something new. What is the new thing? Here, when you will add a text box, so basically it will give you more strongly typed controls. Like for example, if you want to put contact number or email ID or maybe any particular text, so it will give you these strongly typed text boxes to give a more rich experience to the user. And those not only applies to HTML but also to the XHTML, means XML compatibility will also be there. So let's see what are the new, more strongly typed controls are here with Web Forms 2.0.
So in order to implement the web form 2.0, first of all I will add a form tag in the body so that all the features of form should be applied to the incoming controls. And to make this form in a better way to look good, I have used this table tag. Alright, so let's get started with each of the control which is provided by web form 2.0. The first one is the date and time. So here you can observe that in input type I have used date time hyphen local. So what will that do? It will take the input of date and time in a strongly typed way. So here the name is input 1. So let's just save it and we'll see each and every controls execution one by one. So here's the browser. I'll refresh it, and right now we will just focus on the first control, that is the date time. Alright, so in the date time what you can do is, as soon as you will put on DD, you can choose the date. Alright, similarly here you will be provided by a complete calendar also, so it all depends on you, like how you want to go there. Alright, so let's say I will choose July, any particular year. If you want, you can just go and change it from there. Alright, and the month, let's say I want to pass June. Alright, so 8 June 2011. I just press the J key so that I would get this June. If you press A, you will get April, August. Alright, so likewise you can just choose the month of your choice. Like let's say I chose December 2013. Alright, now similarly you can choose the time because it's about date and time both. So I will choose like 1200, and then it's about AM and PM. So you can choose either of it by just pressing the direction key, AM or PM. So this is about the date and time. You can't enter anything else out here. Next is date, where you will just be allowed to choose the date, not the time. Alright, so this is date, and likewise you can just go for the same, like 29th. Here you can choose the month. Alright, so March, and again you can choose the year of your choice. Alright, so this is how you can go for the date. Here you can observe it is only date in the type attribute. Similarly, there is the month. When you will say input type month, it will ask you for the month and which particular year you're talking about. So the month, here you will pass the name of the month, like June, July, January. Alright, or maybe any particular month, April, August. You can just go for that by pressing the direction keys. Alright, and now the year, like 1998. Alright, so this is the month. Similarly, the week. So here in the week you will be asked for the week number. Alright, like the first week, second week, since till 53 weeks. Alright, so which week you're talking about and of which year. Alright, so it's week 45 2014. Now the next one is the time. So for the time you can just pass type is equal to time, and here you can pass the time. Obviously, as here you have already seen, while putting the time you will pass its AM or PM. So as here what I'll do, I'll press 1 and 5. So as soon as I pressed 5, that is 3, alright, because it's 3 for PM, alright, so it already took the 3. Now 45, and then I can choose again whether it's AM or PM. So these are all the controls which are here for choosing the date, time, means something from the calendar. Now it's about the number. So when it's about the number, you will be passing type is equal to number. So as soon as you will do that, you will have to pass the minimum and the maximum value, and the step means the difference in each number. So here I passed step is equal to 1, so that from 0 it will be 1, then 2, then 3, and by default I have placed 5. Alright, so the value that you can see right now is 5, and you can anytime increase or decrease the value. And similarly, as soon as you will say input type is range, you will be provided a slider which will be putting a value of itself. Alright, it will be varying from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, because the values are again from 0 to 10 and step is 1. Alright, so you can see all the attributes are same, just change in the type, that is the number, and range. And the last one which is here is the very common control, that is the email. So for email, I have put email input type is equal to email. So if I will pass any particular email ID like anadi@tutorialspoint.com and I'll click submit, it will not say anything. But if I'll put anything which is not in a particular syntax, so it will give me a message like please include an @ in the email address. Anadi is missing and @. Alright, so this is what it will take automatically. But if you will omit to pass this form tag, it's not going to validate that. Alright, so make sure you are putting everything inside the form, so that when you will press this submit button, it will be validated. So these are the new features or new controls provided by the Web Form 2.0 in HTML5.
Tutorialspoint.com. Simply easy learning.